But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
Welcome back to another Bitchin' for the Couch. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday night. This is great family viewing. Tonight's a very special topic on Bitchin'. TV or not TV, and we've got some of the bitches in today. We've got a new bitch today. We've got Panache. How did you know I was talking about you, Panache? Entertainer, performer.
Fred, I can just sense you from a mile away when you're talking about
That might
me.
have just been the curry
when
I had last
you're
night.
thinking about me too, I know.
Oh, you
Yes.
wouldn't know. Look, I reckon you're on the right journey. Right next, you're talking about a journey. Ted Bull, of course, radio broadcaster.
Fred, look, you've done this for me, just sitting me next to this stunning looking. I love them tall.
We've been making friends here.
I didn't think Cameron was that tall, but that's okay.
He is. Yeah.
Thank you for
I'm sorry, Cam.
Never mind, I'm just window dressing anyway.
Welcome back to Cameron Lynch, of course, showbiz presenter as well, and you know all about showbiz.
Yes,
You do
and I love being a bitch too, so that's pretty much why I'm here.
Thank you very much.
That's right.
And Natalie Foster, radio broadcaster, who's now part of the biggest couch in Perth, this one here. Thank you very much for being here today and welcome back. And you're also an RSPCA inspector.
I am.
So you're going to make sure we're not cruel to any animals tonight.
Yeah, so we're not allowed to be bad to the bull.
That's it.
And can I just say, welcome back, Ted. I
lovely
have
to be
missed
here.
you
Where
so
have you
much.
been?
Well, I've sort of been here, there and everywhere but nowhere.
Okay.
And that sort of happens when you get to my age and stage in life. You find that you're here, there and everywhere and
You wander
where
in
am
the
I?
streets again.
That's what heavy drugs will do to you.
Yes.
Drugs don't help. So.
All right, well, today, guys, we're going to talk about television because we all know a bit about television. Ted, of course, you've worked on television for many, many years.
In the black and white days.
You've had your own chat show.
Yes.
You've worked on radio. You've worked over east. So you're pretty well known to television and experienced in that field. And most of us have got some sort of part to talk about here. And I thought we'd start off with the way television is today. Just quickly, can I get a couple of words from each person on your take on what television's like today?
Well,
please.
Fred, I honestly find that I don't have time for the television that is on today because I turn the TV on and there's somebody yelling at someone because they didn't get to the Eiffel Tower on time, or there's someone cooking with their partner and with a ridiculous time limit. I mean, how are these Asians supposed to cook these foods? I've never been to a Chinese restaurant and got my food in 5 minutes. I just don't have time
You haven't
for
been
it.
to Hans Cafe? No. I didn't say it was cooked, but...
I just don't have time for it, Fred.
Ted, what do you reckon?
Sorry. I think I'm smitten.
Yes?
Yes. Well,
Television today.
Television today, we have become watchers of box sets, which has become very big with viewers of TV, no longer downloading, but box sets. I have never seen Dexter on television, yet I love it because I watch the box set.
Okay.
So
you've moved away from the TV?
Yeah, but it's there because I don't know about you guys, but I like the television just being on. It sort of makes me think there's someone in the room with me.
Okay,
It's really nice.
And Cameron, what's your take on TV today?
Television today, Australian-produced television is trite and cheap. It basically exploits people and their stories and thinly veiled, predicated under a game show sort of format. Generally, if you are watching your box sets, you're watching your downloads, you're watching your pay TV because they're actually worth watching. But for the most part, and we've got an extensive list here, TV's not really. That's pretty much background white noise. It's all it's really good for.
And Natalie?
TV makes me feel better about myself and my house because what I do every week when it's time to do the housework, I switch on and watch an episode of Hoarders. And then I look around my house and go, it's not looking too bad actually, and sit back down on the couch.
What is Hoarders about? Is it about women who've fallen off the rails or something?
No, that's Hoarders.
Oh, really?
No, Hoarders
it's a different one.
is basically where people keep crap for years and like old newspapers because you don't know if you might need that newspaper and and some people hoard animals and it's actually a mental condition and I shouldn't joke about it but gosh, it makes me feel better about my lifestyle.
Fair enough. Well, let's get straight into it because I've picked some of the categories here and what we want to do is show some of the clips of some of the TV shows that are on at the moment and then I'll get your opinion. Now, we're going to look at the first thing is reality TV shows and game shows. Now, I would think that a lot of what we see on TV now is they call it reality TV. Let's have a look at some of the footage. We've got things like House Rules, Bachelor Australia, Celebrity Splash, Bet Your Baby, Big Brother, and so many more. Now, this is the footage we're looking at now, guys. Do you all agree? Let's start off with yourself at the N Panache.
Yes.
Reality TV, do you think we've gone too far? Do you think there's a place for it?
I think with people that are coming into watching TV these days, you know, because you've kind of surpassed, as you said, yourself to box sets. But the people that do out there watch television, I think reality TV is what connects to people these days because it's. But personally, I think I love a good drama or story.
All right. Well, Ted, what would you make of the Splash progress?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I hadn't seen it, but then I saw this story where Britt Eckers, whatever her name is, you know, the big... And
I only saw the three of them a couple of times.
And it was a big story about her breast augmentation.
Just her breasts?
Well, it was her breast augmentation, which...
They reckon they want to see more of it. I don't know if they're talking about
they're
more of
worried about her
baby or
landing in the
breast.
water
She had
and her
to-
breast augmentation
So what they
being
had to do- Well, they
augmented.
thought it was going to.
Were they around there?
They thought it was going to pop out of her armpit. So
Oh,
what
but
they
that
had
was
to
a
do,
beat-up,
they had
wasn't
to,
it?
Gaffer
they
tape
had to strap it down.
I actually don't think that this reality television show, Splash, is so much reality.
The fact is they've dropped it. They've dropped a semi-final.
Yes.
It rated well on the first night.
Yeah,
Then people
yeah.
said, no, this crap can't come back again. Then they were planning to do a semi-final and then a grand final. They've dropped the semi-final. In the last few days, Denise Drysdale has also quit.
Is her augmentation the reason why she's quit?
She's
Her
had an
comment was-
arse
Is it all? I haven't seen it. Is it just
her
all
comment
about
was,
people with
I'm
breast
too old.
augmentations
I'm too
jumping?
old to hurt myself on
in the
TV.
water?
That's what
That's
she
true
said.
though, because
So
they're
would you
going from
say-
10 metres.
Would you do something like that for TV?
Look, the only reason I watched Splash was
Because
because
you said you liked it.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
fun and it's in the background while I'm eating tubs of ice cream. The only reason I watched it though was because I wanted to see if the elastic on Bryn Edelson's bikini
Face.
would actually.
So you're not looking at the diving.
No, who's looking at these budgie
Exactly.
smugglers? What am I supposed to look at?
What was
But
the point of this program? What was it
It's
supposed to
just
do?
to drudge out
celebrities-
some D-grade
celebrities.
celebrities,
Well, it's-
celebrities, and they're
celebrity
cheap.
splash.
Yeah.
And basically, if Bryn Elsman falls apart because she's made by Mattel, same company that makes Nicki Minaj, her husband can put her back together and she can smile back on TV on a reality
All right.
program.
I feel it was
Cameron-
more of a G-rated way to put wet people on television.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
and
but
there's
they-
nothing. You need more wet people on TV.
But those but the people who are on, the wet people really
Yeah.
didn't need a good soaking. I mean, I just think if you're going to get wet, you need to be, not...
I think
yeah.
20% of the audience, 20% of the audience just wanted to see people hurt themselves. So
Am I the only one that watched it because I thought
Yes.
something would fall out?
Yes,
Forgive
maybe.
my memory
Am I?
here, but there was one contestant that jumped in, and I do not remember who it was. With
What a surprise.
with a pair of earrings,
Yep.
and when the
was
camera...
Bryn.
no earrings.
Her
when
ears
she
came
came
off.
out.
Bryn.
and
Because it's
just
very,
to
very
screw them
low.
up.
Is Skippy in
Yes.
this?
Now, do you think maybe next time they should try the nude celebrity splash?
Oh.
Because I'd be in that.
Oh,
me
Denise
too,
Drysdale.
I would never stop vomiting. That's all.
Naked
Before
together.
or after I jumped in the water?
And by the way, I'm a big Bryn fan, but you're talking about stripping.
Yeah.
There is actually a show in Europe somewhere where women come on and they strip in front of two guys,
Yeah,
judges, and then the judges go, I don't like the way your bottom moved.
Oh, I saw
and she
that.
has to stand there naked.
Naked.
And they have
While
naked
they-
news.
Yeah.
Naked
That's
news.
informative,
Yes.
though, to be
Yeah,
All right,
honest.
well, let me
informative.
ask you.
Yeah, I
We're going
agree
to move
with
on to
you,
the
yeah.
next one.
Mind you, they only do news in brief without Nick Oh, an oldie but a
You
goodie.
haven't lost the talent yet.
And he's back.
But we wish he did. Looking at House Rules, The Block, things like that. Do you like shows like that, guys? Do you think we want to see more of that?
It's the
Just
only
quickly.
show where you can literally tune in to watch paint dry.
we've
So
got
what's
house
not to love
rules.
about it, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
tell you what, I do actually like seeing different ideas and the way things they do with their houses,
Fair
because
enough.
it gives you ideas of what you would like to do at home. I like
Well,
that.
there's a new one called Bachelor Australia. I think, Cameron, you know the American version. What's that all about?
It's basically 25 or 20 emotionally damaged women trying to vying for the
man.
hand of marriage from an eligible
So
bachelor.
it's like a farmer wants a wife, but
It's exactly the
based on a
same, but
bachelor.
it's very
Is
fairy
Vanessa
tale.
in this one as well? Does she have a breast augmentation at any stage?
Yeah.
Oh, let's
She's
not bash
actually the
Bryn.
hot tub, so,
So-
I
she's bashed
see.
herself. I
So do we
think.
like
Yeah.
the amount of reality TV that's on, or do we think
No.
enough's enough? Big
Enough.
Brother.
No, enough
Would you
is
like to
enough.
see more Big Brother?
No, Big Brother, I've
No.
stopped watching it because I put weight on. Because I
Okay.
like to watch them when they're working out, and I like to just eat chips and pies.
What
and
about
stuff.
The Biggest Loser? Do you all think it's about about weight loss, or it's
No.
become
No.
because the ratings show that nobody's watching
about
it
the
anymore.
tears.
It's all these, tales make sales. All these characters on them,
Yep.
like they're now King Richard, and I wanted to go in the army and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just really boring, middle of the road, average
Is Brie
Australians.
Eccleston
Yeah.
in this one too?
No, yeah, she is.
Brim was
well,
born
the
in a
loser
box,
when we
and
watch
then
it.
They
she's
named it
brought up
after
by
her, the
cows
Big
and
Brother.
stuff.
She's got two
But
big
can
brothers.
I just say something about My Kitchen
Yes.
Rules? I reckon My Kitchen Rules was designed for women who are in control of the remote and their old man can't get it, because I just can't believe that I'm sitting there with my wife and we only argue during My Kitchen Rules because I say, why are you watching this? I mean, and the best one I know, time is a problem, but I saw one where they were making chocolate fondue and they had all the ingredients but chocolate.
Yes.
And I
It's
thought,
more about the personalities and not about the cooking.
But I think, I think it has its place, because if we don't have reality TV, what are unemployed people going to do for 10 hours a day?
Agree.
Yeah,
and can
yeah.
anyone remember any
Reruns
of the
of Good
winners?
Morning Australia. They used to back in the day.
I'll leave the reality TV with this question for you. Does anyone remember any of the winners, past winners from My Kitchen Rules?
No.
No.
No, 'cause
exactly.
I only started
That
this year.
shows you how
well,
much people
here's
watch
one.
it for
No,
Australia.
I won't. No,
right.
I was going to say, tell me who was the telethon child 5 years ago?
That's true.
Was it Taylor DiVitini?
You know, he knows everything, doesn't he?
There you
Was
go.
it Taylor?
2004.
Sounds
I think
good.
She was. Close enough, anyway.
Yeah.
Drama TV. There's a lot of drama coming back to Australian television. You got Packed to the Rafters, just about to be axed, even though it gets over 1 million viewers. Winners and Losers is coming back
Like that.
on 7. But we've got new shows like A Place to Call Home, which has just started a few weeks ago on 7. And we've also got Paper Giants coming back. It's all about the newspaper kingdom, like things about Kerry
Yeah.
Packer and his world. We've
Love
also
those.
got House Husbands on the 9 network. Of course, Pack the Rafter, Winners or Losers, and a new one coming to 10 called Wonderland, which is starting on 10. Tell me what you guys think of, tell me about This Place to Call Home. What do you think? Is it good to do Australian drama? It's nice to see it back.
I think it's good to attempt Australian drama, Fred. I think it needs to be done well, though. You know what I'm saying?
Has anyone watched A Place to Call Home?
Yeah, I have. It reminds me of my childhood. It takes me
Set
back
in
to
the
those
30s.
days when I was a young person
All right,
in
fair enough.
button-up boots.
Good acting, good people.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's,
We talked about Noni Hazelhurst.
Oh, she's
being
great.
in it.
I mean, the whole
She's,
cast
yeah.
is good. They're superb actors. It's quality TV. It's sort of a bit like Downton Abbey, and I think that's where they got the idea
Now,
from.
you'd all remember A Country Practice, how many years that ran for.
Yeah.
Prisoner, another drama series, The Sullivans, The Young
Yeah.
Doctors. And these are shows that happened 30 years ago.
But don't you think The Rafters is the Sullys?
Yes, it is,
Isn't it?
in modern
Really?
day. But,
Yeah.
but like I said, it ran for so many years, and now they're talking about axing Packed to the Rafters when it's
Was
still
it
got 1 million
because
viewers.
back then people just were content to watch crap?
Yep.
But I
think
wonder
they
how
can
long
watch crap
these
now.
dramas will last for, Fred.
That's my worry
A
with
few
budgets
years
the way
ago,
they are.
Australia did attempt a drama. I can't remember the name of it, where they
What a
were all on an
surprise.
island. They all lived on an island together. It was a very soap opera-y, actually. And it only lasted 1 season because it just was absolute
off.
bollocks.
Here's the thing, they
Yes.
do things that Pack to the Rafters, and then because Australia's flavour of the decade in the US, they all get too big for their boots. They try to move over there, or they get wooed from other stations. Forget about Australian drama. Do a drama in Australia. Breaking Bad, Dexter, The Wire, they aren't American dramas. They're dramas in America.
Yeah,
They're good
yeah.
stories, they're well acted. Forget about the whole, g'day
Aussies.
mate, g'day cobber, blah, blah, blah. Forget that. That's crap. It doesn't appeal to any market whatsoever. Just do good, solid drama,
do you
good,
agree
solid
with that, Ted?
writing, God forbid,
No,
good,
no,
solid
about you,
acting.
Calm down,
Ted, what do you
just
think?
calm down. I don't fully agree with you, Cameron, which means I don't agree with you at all. But I'm nice. No, look, I think shows like on the Packer cricket stuff, this one about the magazine people, I love it because it's part of my history. A lot of these people I remember reading about.
But where does it end? How many stories do we have to pull, like
Where does it
teeth
end?
from the
It
rotten
doesn't
mouth
end.
of history?
It doesn't end because
What are
the
we gonna do, a
history of
story about
Australia
Howard Bond?
keeps on going.
All right,
Australian,
let's get a quick answer to wrap this one up.
us rejoice.
For we are young and free. Okay, can we just ask, just quickly, we'll move to the next one. Your favourite drama on TV at the moment, if you had American or Australian?
American or Australian? I have to say American Horror Story.
Okay, so you love the
it.
American stuff?
Yes.
Ted, your
I
favourite
think
drama?
it was called Newsweek. It was on for a little while on Soho
Yep.
for about 7 episodes and then disappeared. I thought that was magnificent
Cameron?
television.
Breaking Bad, hands down, best drama
Beautiful.
currently. At the
American?
moment. Yep.
Beautiful.
I'm into Dexter and True Blood.
Bit of a murderer.
I am, but I'm getting scared about him.
And nobody talks about
I
Mr.
love True
And what
Blood.
about Mr. and Mrs. Murder on 10? It can't get over 500,000 viewers every week.
Well, because who is this man?
Sean
Look, I know
McAuliffe.
Sean McAuliffe, I know, but he turns up everywhere. And because he's a comedian,
Yep.
I'm waiting for him to make me laugh.
Do you know what is good at the
I do love
moment?
Sean
Yep.
McAuliffe,
Yeah.
but-
Natalie?
I was going to say the new Wentworth show.
Oh, we'll talk about that in detail very soon. But let's move on. Cooking shows. They've become, we talked about My Kitchen Rules.
Yes.
MasterChef is coming back. Have you noticed the pink and blue background, guys? Pink and blue background. MasterChef is coming back with a new guys versus the girls.
Oh, okay.
There it is there.
Yeah.
And the girls in pink.
And this says to me we've officially run out of ideas.
Yeah, you're right, Cameron. This time you're right, and I agree
God,
with you
you
totally.
find-
Sit down with a good pair of writers and directors,
Yeah.
come up with some mind-blowing twist and story that's going to blow
I think
That takes
there's-
work, dude.
I think there-
Come on.
There's a new one
I
called
think-
The Great Australian Bake Off, starting
no.
with
No,
Kenny, of course, from the movie. His name is Shane. and Jacobson, and also Anna Gare.
And in the promo there, they show things going wrong.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, because it's all based around people feeling smarter than the people they're watching on television. Like you
there
watching me
not-
right now.
I think there's a place for it, though, because
Do you
if-
think we've got too many cooking shows?
Yes.
Because you've got
Oh,
My Kitchen
yeah,
Rules,
yeah.
Well, they're very
MasterChef.
similar
They-
because when My Kitchen Rules does something, then you'll find that MasterChef and vice versa. So they copy a lot of each other. But sometimes
Okay.
you just want to be able to watch a show and not have to put and think
Yeah.
about
And
things
you
too
know,
much.
I'm not certain about this whole judging process. I know that they have their place in the line of cooking or baking or whatever you call, but everybody has different taste
You know
buds.
what, guys?
Absolutely everyone. And the Frenchman sits there and goes, "This is disgusting."
And I can't understand him.
Oh,
And your sauce is not saucy
You know
enough.
what? This is a topic we can
Ridiculous.
continue. I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about
Just-
Wentworth and Prisoner. We can't because we run out of time. Just a quick wrap.
Just a quick. I think we have to move outside the square
Yep.
with these reality shows. I want to see a show on vivisection. And I want to see,
Taxidermy.
the vivisector of the week.
I think television has got a lot there for everybody, and we've all got different views. We're going to have to do another chat
No one
about this
agreed
on
with me.
Bitchin'. Thank you very much to Panache. We look forward to seeing you performing at the end of the show for us.
thank you. Yes.
Ted Bull, thank you for coming back from Bali and from your illness. And
Thanks.
it's very nice to see you back.
Illness.
Well, Cameron Kipper told us you were sick, but no, you just wanted to take over his part. Cameron Lynch, thank you for coming back to the couch
pleasure.
for Bitchin'. And thank you to Natalie Foster. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much, Fred.